Imagine this. You're a new supervisor. Your team looks up to you, but one accident, one mistake, one unsafe decision can change everything. That's why IOSH Managing Safely exists. And today we're breaking down the entire syllabus, step by step, in the simplest way possible. Whether you're a fresher, a working professional, or someone planning to enter the safety field, this video will make IOSH Managing Safely crystal clear. So stay with me till the end, because this course can literally change your career. Welcome to Workplace HSE Explained, and this is part 1 of the full IOSH Managing Safely syllabus breakdown. Let's begin with Module 1, Introducing Managing Safely. This module answers one simple question: why should managers care about safety? IOSH explains that safety isn't just a legal requirement, it's a moral duty. When people go home safe, productivity increases, costs reduce, and the company builds trust. Accidents don't just hurt people, they hurt businesses. Lost time, damaged equipment, legal penalties, compensation, reputation loss, everything adds up. The module also introduces the 3 core responsibilities of every manager: assess risks, control risks, understand responsibilities. Even if you're not a safety officer, IOSH says you still play a major role. Safety is not a department, it's a culture. Next, the module explains the difference between hazards and risks. A hazard is anything with the potential to cause harm. A risk is the chance that harm will actually happen. This simple difference is the foundation of the entire course. You also learn about the accident triangle, which shows that for every major accident, there are many near misses. If you fix the small issues, you prevent the big ones. Finally, Module 1 teaches the importance of active monitoring and reactive monitoring. Active monitoring means checking safety before something goes wrong. Reactive monitoring means learning from incidents after they happen. By the end of Module 1, IOSH wants you to understand one thing clearly: safety is not optional, it's essential, and every manager, no matter the department, has a responsibility to protect people. This sets the stage for the rest of the course. In Part 2, we'll break down the most important module of IOSH Managing Safely, risk assessment, in a way even a complete beginner can understand. In Part 2, we're diving into the heart of IOSH Managing Safely, risk assessment. If you understand this module, you understand 50% of the entire course. IOSH teaches risk assessment using a simple, beginner-friendly approach that anyone can learn. The module starts with the 5 steps of risk assessment: identify the hazards, decide who might be harmed and how, evaluate the risks and decide on precautions, record your findings, review and update the assessment. Let's break these down in simple language. Step 1. Identify hazards. A hazard can be anything: chemicals, electricity, working at height, noise, slips, trips, machinery, stress, even poor lighting. IOSH teaches you to walk around the workplace, observe tasks, talk to workers, and check past incidents to find hazards. Step 2. Decide who might be harmed. This includes employees, contractors, visitors, cleaners, maintenance staff, and even the public. IOSH also highlights vulnerable groups: young workers, pregnant workers, inexperienced staff, and people with disabilities. Step 3. Evaluate risks. This is where IOSH introduces the risk matrix. Risk equals likelihood times severity. You score each hazard and decide whether the risk is low, medium, or high. This helps you prioritize what needs immediate action. Step 4. Record findings. IOSH says, if it's not written down, it didn't happen. Recording helps prove compliance and ensures everyone knows the controls. Step 5. Review and update. Workplaces change. New machines arrive. New people join. New hazards appear. That's why risk assessments must be reviewed regularly. The module also explains hierarchy of control, which ranks safety measures from most effective to least effective. Elimination, substitution, engineering controls, administrative controls, PPE. IOSH emphasizes that PPE is the last line of defense, not the first. By the end of Module 2, you'll be able to identify hazards, assess risks, and choose the right controls confidently. In Part 3, we'll explore responsibilities, law, and how managers can protect themselves and their teams. Now that you understand risk assessment, IOSH moves into 3 powerful modules: controlling risks, understanding responsibilities, and identifying hazards. These modules teach you what controls to apply, what the law expects from you, and how to spot hazards in real workplaces. Module 3, Controlling Risks. This module builds on the hierarchy of control. IOSH explains that the best control is always elimination. Remove the hazard completely. If that's not possible, substitute it with something safer. Engineering controls like guards, barriers, and ventilation come next. Administrative controls include training, SOPs, supervision, and signage. PPE is the last option. IOSH also teaches the concept of residual risk, the risk that remains even after controls are applied. Module 4, Understanding Responsibilities. This module explains legal duties. IOSH uses simple language to explain employer responsibilities, provides safe equipment, safe systems of work, training, supervision, and a safe workplace. Employees must follow procedures, use equipment properly, and report hazards. Managers must ensure compliance. IOSH also introduces the concept of reasonable practicability, which means balancing risk against cost, time, and effort. Module 5, Identifying Hazards. This is one of the biggest modules. IOSH covers common workplace hazards: mechanical hazards, electrical hazards, chemical hazards, fire hazards, working at height, confined spaces, noise and vibration, manual handling, stress and fatigue, slips, trips, and falls. Each hazard is explained with simple examples. For instance, mechanical hazards include moving parts, entanglement, crushing, and cutting. Electrical hazards include shocks, burns, and arc flash. Fire hazards include fuel, heat, and oxygen. IOSH teaches you to look for hazards during inspections, audits, and daily observations. By the end of these modules, you'll understand what controls to apply, what the law expects, and how to identify hazards confidently. In Part 4, we'll cover incident investigation, performance measurement, and the final exam, plus the outro. Welcome to the final part of IOSH Managing Safely, full syllabus breakdown. In this section, we'll cover incident investigation, measuring performance, and the final assessment, followed by the outro. Module 6, Investigating Incidents. IOSH explained that incidents don't happen randomly. They happen because controls failed. The purpose of investigation is not to blame people, but to find root causes. IOSH teaches the 4 steps of investigation: gather information, analyze the information, identify immediate and root causes, recommend corrective actions. Immediate causes are unsafe acts and unsafe conditions. Root causes are deeper issues like poor training, lack of supervision, or missing procedures. IOSH also introduces the Swiss cheese model, showing how multiple failures line up to cause an incident. Module 7, Measuring Performance. This module explains how to check if safety systems are working. IOSH divides monitoring into 2 types: active monitoring, inspections, audits, observations; reactive monitoring, incidents, near misses, complaints. You also learn about KPIs like accident frequency rate, training completion rate, audit scores, and compliance levels. Measuring performance helps managers identify gaps and improve safety culture. Module 8, the final assessment. IOSH Managing Safely has 2 assessments, a multiple-choice exam and a practical risk assessment project. The exam checks your understanding of the modules. The project checks your ability to apply what you learned in a real workplace. IOSH provides templates, and the project is simple if you follow the 5 steps of risk assessment. And that completes the full IOSH Managing Safely syllabus. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced professional, this course gives you the foundation to manage safety confidently. If you want more detailed breakdowns, real case studies, or step-by-step guides, subscribe to Workplace HSE Explained and continue your learning journey.